Is this working? Okay, it is. Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and this is a reason why piracy exists. Why piracy is good. Why the reason for piracy to exist is not because I don't want to pay, I want everyone free. That's not 100% true. It's a 50%. What is the other 50%? Is the service is just straight out fucking dog shit. Um, and at this point, everyone reported about this, but well, I'm just going to give you again my 5 cents opinion on all of this. Let's just start with this. PlayStation is deleting TV shows players paid for thanks to Warner Bros. It all revolves about the fucking service. Let's continue. While the promise of an all-digital, streaming-based future felt like it had a lot of benefits, never had in the first place. Why? In the first place, when you have a physical copies, is you have something tangible. Even if it means software, it's tangible. It's still less because the way it has been printed is the way it had an intention in the first place, or to say the original intent. For example, there is rarely case of censorship. Well, not rare, but is rarely mentioned. Metal Gear Solid 2, the Twin Towers, they were deleted in installments of the same era in PlayStation 2 because of what happened at that time. But if you had a physical copy, the first ones, the very first ones, it had the Twin Towers. Now, in current era when political correctness and I ranted so much about wokeness and leftism, and of course I ranted about the right wingers when it comes to fucking censorship, because at the end of the day, censorship is censorship regardless. Whenever it is you are talking to me like, oh, violence in video games are bad for kids, for right wingers in the first place, why you want to show this to children? Oh, it's because the parent didn't know. It's the parents' fault in the first place. They should have known that this product is not for kids, just like fucking GTA over fucking decades. But now on the left, it's for modern sensibilities. Fuck, shut the fuck up. You are just a entitled cock. A ghoulish motherfucker who only wants to push your fucking ideology and your way of thinking in the media. And of course, it's just fucking dog shit. There's rarely occasion when the left do something entertainment, but at the end of the day, they screw up. In the end of the day, service, the way how it is portrayed, regardless of what side you pick on, censorship is bad. But in this case, what I'm already ranting, it's the fucking bad service. I started with this. I wanted to get out of my chest, but let's continue. Sony has announced that certain TV shows that players may have bought through PlayStation will be deleted from their libraries. Yes, shows you paid for, just deleted. That's the again, this is a problem with service. The way how now is all digital, it proves why piracy is a good reason to exist. It is being proven right. Gabe Newell, the founder of Steam and the director, he said that yeah, the piracy is not problem about stealing content. It's about a service problem. And why Sony decided to fucking host fucking movies when they don't have the fucking promise, promise, deal, backup, sustainability, rentability, a lot of things involving about consistency to host this kind of service of selling you movies. And this is in quotes because it's digital, just like fucking Amazon. You buy a movie in any single time they can delete it from their servers and it's just fucking gone of your library. Which shows that will be Discovery TV shows, and the culprit yet again seems to be not necessarily. No. It's Sony's fault because they promised some service that they said that they will back out to users to own. Ownership was promised here. Is Sony's fault, Wokesny's fault in the first place because they hosted a service to pay for movies, but at the end of the day, they are going to be deleted and they are going to be useless because they are going to make sure in this even PS Station 4 and PS5 to give updates. Even if you downloaded the game, they're going to launch an update that, yeah, they're going to delete it on your library without even noticing. So you you lost that. Why? Because they don't want to be sued by Discovery. They want to make sure because that's how petty these companies are. So they deleted a fucking catalog. Even Mythbusters. Jesus Christ, I remember that show. It's so. What other thing? Backups piracy? This one. PlayStation Network glitch leads to many innocent accounts banned. Something's wonky happening with PS Network, as some players are reporting that they are being handed a permanent account suspension. Now, I saw this bullshit with Patreon when they want to politicize everything. On top of that, they want to control the content creators by saying everything you do inside, outside the platform. Wait a minute, I understand inside your platform. What the fuck outside? It's none of your fucking business. And why do you want to link accounts to your main platform? Because we want to make sure you are not doing anything wrong. That's the fucking bullshit at this point. And even if you are not doing anything wrong, the the sad thing is the pushing for fucking all digital service as a whole. I mean, Steam has been doing it for years, but why is it good? Or should I say, why is better than Sony in this case? Because it's PC. You have ways to circumvent all of the DRM, all of the policing, or even all of the shit they put inside these games to only work when they are connected to a server. I mean, you have even a MMO, a racing game MMO, Need for Speed World, that died in 2014. And I remember because I was a fan of that MMO. I never paid, but I was enjoying that game. And the servers shut down. And that game got revived by modders, fans, people who wanted to play it again, and it was it had a consistent base. And because thanks to PC, that thing got revived, and you can find ways to play it. You can find ways to play MMOs, older MMOs, by modders. thanks to PC, because PC, it can let you to ways to know, figure it out how things work and maybe replicate it. Reverse engineer, yeah, it's reverse engineer, but why? Because they found a product that was good around that time, and they want to keep using it. So you have now PlayStation Network. Hey, hi there, I have a problem. What should I do now? I have done nothing wrong. And when you are banned in consoles, it's just fucking done. You lost everything. Your email account is banned. All your library is wiped down. And even if they have some games that you can still download in their servers, just like for example, in PC Station 4, there is a racing game called Drive Club. They shut down servers ago, years ago, sorry, and they even listed the DLC, but you can still download that DLC to some extent. And if you get banned without a fucking reason, it's just gone. But hey, imagine in PC you get your account banned, you can find ways to still play in it. So this is this is why people at this point they just had enough of this service. And now, on top of that, this bullshit that is coming with the service, there is service with translations too. And this is come from niche gamer. Fans translator mock those who want faithful translations. Another service problem is when you have ghoulish pieces of shit, wasters of oxygen, sacks of shit, trash bags, scumbags, all of the insults you can throw at them. They don't deserve any kind of sympathy in this world. When they are put in charge of a game that has a language barrier and someone is interested because of the art, the content of the product, you want it in a faithful way, regardless you do not understand the reference, because in Japanese video games there is a lot of reference related to Japan, and if I want to know it, I want to fucking know it, regardless of if I understand it or not. If I say, "Oh, I didn't understand it, it was just cringe," just shut the fuck up and go away. And in this case, they couldn't. At this point, AAA is just fucking bullshit with these lolcowlizers destroying the medium of video games when it comes to translating it. Well, it's lolcowlizing. That's why it's a word. Because they destroy the translation by putting their fucking slangs in their language that doesn't make any sense and their political BS. And I just got to read you this quickly. Fans translators have begun showing their bare little difference from official localizers, as Twitter users recently revealed that they think about people who want faithful translations. A shared conversation between two fans translators was found on social media, with all of them mocking those who want accurate fan translations due to official localization often included both inaccuracies and insertion of irrelevant jokes or even politics. And this is a reason why now artificial intelligence is akin to translations. They have more trumps than human beings at this point. That's how sad it is. Because you have, I said again, all of these wasters of oxygen trying to push political BS, localization on products, because that's how they get out. Because when they, even if they don't know a fucking language, they're going to save face by saying, "Oh, it didn't fit for my country, so I just localize it this way so it will make sense." Because they think they have a moral high ground. They think they have the right side, the 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 right to doing this shit, and it pisses me off. That's why I say to people, even if your main language is just English, Spanish, French, Irish, Scotch, well, Scotland is English by United Kingdom standards, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, whatever. At this point, I encourage people to learn languages because when something like fucking Hollywood, I mentioned it this, I so suddenly, I know, is because when you have a entertainment media that turns into shit and it attracts your attention like South Korean movies, anime, and maybe some Chinese movies. I mean, some Chinese movies are entertaining, and someone even from Latin America recommended some movies from China. That's strange, but well, it's not strange anymore when now you have Hollywood, which they have dominated a lot of the entertainment industry in the West. They are just now crumbling. I say to people that even learn a little of the language. Do not feel discouraged to learn something because reasons like this is why you should put attention to it because context, the original reason, the original thinking, the original way of expression of a message was intended to be portrayed, it is destroyed by this localizer, and they have these screenshots. Translation patches are completely indiscernible from professional translator now, Lord. I can't tell if they're using this stuff as a resume for a real job or if a Japanese to English translators are just all extremely smug and disrespectful. Honestly, yeah, well, yeah, they are now indiscernible. I agree with you, New Eggman, in that statement that, yeah, you cannot differentiate with who is who. And you have this. I occasionally snog silly lines into my projects. The poorest will survive the trauma. They'll be fine. That's why AI is taking their jobs. And honestly, I just hope they just take their jobs and they get out of business. They get starved because if their way of living it was this job, I hope they just starve because they fucking deserve it. There is no sympathy for me. So this can you are just watching some of these fans localizers destroying the media. They like to brag about it because they. I heard this Romanian guy, Romanian B, saying something interesting. These leftists, they especially the woke or even these narcissists, they want to do shit and they want a standing ovation because it's narcissism in the purest form. And I'm going to leave you the articles there in case you want to read them. If you want, if you get it through this whole video, and you're saying thanks for watching, and I just have a pretty good day or night, regardless of where you are living and your time zone.